Hello and welcome to Learn Everyday English. I'm Brian, your host. If you're learning English and sometimes feel frustrated, overwhelmed, or like you're not making enough progress, you're not alone. Many learners believe they need to be perfect, follow strict grammar rules, or memorize thousands of words before they can speak with confidence. But what if much of what you've believed about learning English isn't quite true? Today, I want to share something different. This is not just another English lesson. This is a collection of surprising facts, mindset shifts, and powerful truths that can completely change how you approach English. These are the things most textbooks never tell you, but once you hear them, you'll feel more relaxed, more encouraged, and more confident about your journey. Whether you're a beginner or someone who's been learning for years, these ideas will remind you that you're already doing better than you think, and that you have more power and potential than you realize. So grab a cup of coffee or your favorite tea, and let's explore together the things you didn't know about learning English, but really should. Many English learners believe that learning the language is all about strict grammar rules, memorizing long vocabulary lists, and speaking only when you're confident everything is perfect. But the truth is far more encouraging and surprising. There are many things about learning English that most people don't realize at first, and once you know them, the process becomes less stressful and far more enjoyable. To begin with, one of the biggest misconceptions is the idea that you need perfect grammar to speak English well. This belief holds many people back. They wait until they've mastered tenses, sentence structure, and irregular verbs before trying to speak. But the reality is, even native speakers make grammar mistakes every day. Just listen to everyday conversations and you'll hear people say things like, "There's lots of cars outside," or "I seen that movie." The key is not about being perfect, but about being understood. Communication is the goal, and clarity is what matters. A sentence like, "She go to school yesterday," may not be grammatically correct, but it's understandable. And that's a win. So instead of chasing perfection, focus on building confidence through regular speaking practice. Another surprising truth is that you can learn an enormous amount of English without ever stepping into a classroom. While formal classes are helpful, they aren't the only way, and in many cases, not even the best way, to improve your language skills. We live in a time when English is everywhere, in movies and TV shows, on music platforms, and across social media. When you watch a show with subtitles or sing along with a song, you are training your brain to absorb the language naturally. These real-life experiences teach you pronunciation, vocabulary, slang, and even cultural expressions, all in a way that's fun and memorable. You can even turn your smartphone into a language learning tool just by changing its system language to English. Daily exposure, even in small amounts, adds up quickly. What's even more important is enjoying the process. Many learners force themselves to study things they don't care about, thinking it's the only path to fluency. But research shows that you remember better when you enjoy what you're doing. If you love cooking, watch cooking videos in English. If you're passionate about fashion, read fashion blogs or follow English-speaking influencers. Love games? There are endless YouTube gamers who speak English. When your brain connects the language with something it already loves, learning becomes faster and more natural. You're not just studying English, you're living in it. This makes words and phrases easier to remember because they're tied to things you genuinely care about. Another important point is to stop fearing mistakes. A common feeling among language learners is embarrassment. What if I say it wrong? What if I make a mistake? But here's something few people realize. Mistakes are how your brain learns best. Every time you make an error and notice it, or someone corrects you, your brain builds a stronger connection to the correct form. It's not failure, it's growth. In fact, the more mistakes you make and fix, the faster you learn. A great method is to keep a mistake journal, a small notebook or digital file where you record errors you made and their correct versions. Reviewing it regularly helps lock the correct patterns into your memory and builds your confidence. Fluency also becomes easier when you stop translating in your head and start thinking in English. At first, it seems difficult. You're used to thinking in your native language, and trying to translate every sentence slows you down. But if you start small, you can train your brain to think directly in English. Start by naming things around you. This is my phone. It's raining. I'm hungry. Slowly move on to short thoughts like, I need to study, or, what time is it? With time and regular effort, thinking in English becomes a habit, and that habit leads to faster, more natural speaking. Something else that learners often worry about is their accent. Many feel self-conscious or ashamed, thinking it makes them sound wrong or less fluent. But that's a misunderstanding. Everyone has an accent, even native speakers. An American, a Brit, an Australian, and a Canadian all speak with different accents. There's no one correct way to sound. As long as your speech is clear and people can understand you, your accent is simply a part of who you are. In fact, it's a sign that you've learned another language, which is something to be proud of. Instead of trying to get rid of your accent, focus on improving your rhythm, intonation, and pronunciation so that you're understood and feel comfortable. On top of that, many learners don't realize that English isn't just one version of the language. There are many different forms: British English, American English, Australian English, Indian English, and more. Each has its own spelling, pronunciation, slang, and grammar quirks. For example, Americans say elevator, while the British say lift. Americans say vacation, while the British say holiday. Canadian English uses a mix of British and American styles. You don't have to learn all of them. Just pick the one that feels right for you or is most useful for your goals. All versions are equally valid and widely understood, and the variety adds richness to the language. One fun and motivating fact is that you already know more English than you think. Because English has become a global language, many of its words are used in other languages, especially in technology, business, and pop culture. Words like internet, taxi, hotel, menu, okay, and coffee are used in many places around the world, often exactly the same way. Realizing this can be a huge confidence booster. Try making a list of all the English words you already use in your daily life. You might be surprised by how long it is. This simple exercise reminds you that you're not starting from zero. Also, Learning English doesn't have to take hours every day. One of the biggest secrets of language learning is consistency, not time. Just 15 minutes a day can make a real difference if you do it every single day. For example, you can spend 5 minutes watching an English video, 5 minutes writing a few sentences in a journal, and 5 minutes reading something out loud or listening to a podcast. That's it. It doesn't sound like much, but it builds a habit. Over time, that habit becomes part of your life, and your skills grow without stress or burnout. Finally, one of the most powerful things to understand is that learning English can truly change your life. It's not just a language, it's a key to opportunity. Whether you want to travel, apply for a new job, study abroad, or simply connect with more people around the world, English opens doors. It gives you access to a global community, more information, better media, and more freedom. Every small step you take, every word you learn, every sentence you try, every time you speak even with mistakes, is building your future. English isn't just a school subject. It's a life skill, a personal journey, and a tool that can lead you anywhere you want to go. So if you've been feeling stuck or discouraged, I hope this message gives you fresh energy and confidence. You don't need to speak like a native to be successful. You don't need to know every word or every grammar rule to be understood. You just need to keep showing up. Keep practicing. Keep believing in yourself. Learn through joy, through your passions, and through real experiences. Think in English. Speak with bravery. Make mistakes and learn from them. And never forget, every small effort you make is shaping a future full of possibility. Your journey with English is unique, valuable, and already worth celebrating. Keep going. You're doing better than you think. And the best is yet to come. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you learned something new and feel more confident about your English journey. Keep practicing, stay curious, and remember, you're doing great. See you next time.